Hi, it's Monday, 21st of May 2018, 1pm. I'm becoming more and more convinced that the underlying problem between men and women, and just generally in the world, is the lack of empathy. The growth of narcissism, if you like. I mean, it's a reciprocal arrangement. There's, narcissism is, the hallmark of narcissism is a lack of empathy. That's the main thing about it. Absolutely no thought of anything to do with empathy. It's gone so far out of our thinking that most people have very little idea of what it actually is. And the more I see of it, the more I think, I think I'm right. I'm taking a bet on it. This is the whole idea of the friendly club. I'm actually going to try and sell empathy. Yep, you can't get it in the West. So the idea is, you go to Asian girls to get it. And don't get me wrong, they haven't got it either at the moment. But I'm hoping that if I can convince them, if I can get them to see, that by having empathy, they can actually make an income. Then they'll start using it and inject it into their own lives. It's a learned thing, actually. It's not something natural. You actually have to learn it. It's not taught, not discussed or anything anymore. I was sort of first became aware of it back in the 1970s. It was a big buzzword thing then. Empathy. All the sales managers and what have you, have empathy for your customers. Have empathy. And that's how people sold. That's how they actually, you got to know your customer. You got to know about their family, about where just bits and pieces about their life, and it made people feel good. Okay, so and of course the idea is when they're thinking about buying a product or something, they go to you because you know them. You're their friend, sort of thing. It's not about compassion and you poor thing. No, it's just about knowing your customer. And they've developed. You write up things on computer programs that all the details, all the knowledge you have, his birthday, kids' names, blah blah blah, whatever. Just stuff about them, so the salesman can refresh them. So it seems like they've known them forever, when they're barely more than a casual contact. But that's empathy. It's developing a knowledge of another person. I do it quite automatically now. I enjoy it. I like finding out about people. Sometimes it's just volunteer, but they'll say something, I'll ask a couple more questions about it. I don't hound them to death about it, but it's just good to know people. And I'm thinking that if the idea is if you go, you're just feeling like someone talking to somebody, that understands you, knows a bit about you or something. Just type in, have a drink or a cup of coffee or something. It's not set up for sex. Sex is no doubt going to happen at times, but it's not the main aim of it. Okay, it's like it's a bar. This is what I'm doing. It's like I'm the bar owner. I'm setting up a bar, and I've got bar girls there, and customers come in and buy them drinks. All right, lady drinks they're called. If they make an arrangement for something else, it's their problem. I'm not running a brothel. I'm running a bar. That's sort of the background of it. But my main interest is in how do you re-inject empathy back into life. So that you can live, because that's what actually helps us live. But I put it on a web page, a set of instructions on how to actually do it. I kept them simple because I'm going to be dealing with chicks that don't have a lot of interest to begin with. So I thought if I made it the instructions very simple, very basic, they should be able to do that. So it's two pages on my slider on my home page. Slide 7 and 8, I think they are. I'll put a link in the description if you want to have a look at it. It's just basically, the first one's find out a bit about the background of the guy, where he's living, who he's living with, and that sort of thing, and then use that knowledge to, as you move forward, basically find out what's in his head. Now, I was having a chat with one of my female chatters last night, I don't use names for them anymore because it's a bit embarrassing, I think. But this will illustrate just how bad it's getting. Okay, this lady had complained about men and their disgusting behaviour and how they talk about pumping and dumping and all that sort of thing. And I was trying to explain, I said, well, I don't say that, but I mean, why are you telling me about this? And I couldn't, I took her view the whole, and we've been discussing, just about daily for a week or something, I don't know, it seems like forever. My God, she just talk. I was spending a lot of time with her, which is okay. I don't mind doing that if it's going to be, mutually beneficial. But it was getting to, and I was sitting here and I was thinking, how am I going to get AB to do what I wanted to do? Okay, no woman has any empathy anymore, let alone AB has none. Okay, so how am I going to get her to do it? Maybe Rox can help out there, or because I'd asked Captain Bob, and he's just not up to it at the moment. But oh God, I'm sitting here. This is a crazy idea, maybe, and everybody said, "Oh, it's a stupid idea. Won't do anything. Won't work. Won't help." And I've just got this sense that empathy is it's a rare commodity. It's scarce, and I think if somebody uses it, it's it'll be attractive, appealing. But I just thought, how do I get AB to actually do it? Because as everybody keeps saying, there are easy ways to do things. Yeah, if you don't mind earning $30 every 3 months, yeah, it's not a bad way at all. And I'm talking about just earning a few dollars each day, providing a bit of a service at the same time. Yeah, so I'm sitting here, I'm really thinking about that, and my female chatter's going on with this, that, something else. And I suggested to her the night before last, can you just take a look at my webpage, slide 7 and 8, and it'll give you a few clues. I just want to see if it works. And she didn't, of course. And after we had this cascading conversation again last night, and it got to. I said something about, I can't even remember what it's written here, but I can't be bothered reading it. Her response is, Magic, I didn't go to your webpage because I have no relationship with you to improve. That's right, I'd said, I tried to suggest you could improve our relationship if you visited the webpage. Might be worth a shot. Yeah, she said, I have no relationship with you to improve. We don't know each other. If you were someone in my actual life who was important to me, I would. Classic. I've just spent a whole week talking to you. If you were someone in my actual life who was important to me, I would. And she goes on to say, my comments, which you deem combative, are simply counter-arguments to some of your posts. It's what people do in normal life. I see. So, for instance, we were two friends discussing a subject. Let's say I was in favour of legalised euthanasia, and my friend was horrified and argued against it. They might have an argument for why it's a bad thing, blah, blah, blah. That's what, it's not a fight, it's what adults do. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if I went on to explain that if you had any understanding of my background, you would know that I have no interest in euthanasia or any of the subjects that you're wanting to discuss. Absolutely, it really is coming across as somebody who's just bored. Doesn't have family have grown up and something bored, looking for something to do. No, I don't particularly like you. I don't want to have a relationship with you. You're nothing to me. You're just there. You just talk to you and think, oh, okay. Gee, that's... and you wonder why guys say just pump and dump. It fascinated him. I told him, you just don't give a stuff. You don't care. So why do you think guys are going to care about you? Really? It's just what you put in is what you get out. And I explained that the commenter underneath her under the thread we were on was a guy called Captain Bob. And I said, no, we've only known one another since February, but we know one another's background. We understand where, the situation that one another are in, and we both care for one another, actually. Yeah, we have a relationship. It's only on here. Yeah, no, we're not gay. No, we're just two men caring for one another. Yeah, and we actually have a relationship. But I mean, this is where it's getting to, where we have to have relationships with men, because look at it. I have to read that again. Isn't it a classic? Yeah, I didn't go to your webpage because I have no relationship with you to improve. We don't know each other. If you were someone in my actual life, yeah. So, hell, I'm glad about that. I just sit here and go, oh my God, Father. What I was really trying to say is, why don't you just ask me what I'm thinking about or something, and I can tell you, because I've got A, B going on, how do I do this? What are we talking about now? This other shit. I've got no interest in it. I don't know. Look, it seems that people just, they must be that bored doing nothing. I don't know, and all they can do is discuss that sort of nonsense. I don't know. I don't have that luxury, I'm afraid. It's just I'm basically in the same position as this lot. Their life's, they've got to make a living, so have I. And it's that's where I'm at. And frankly, we've got problems to solve. To work, even just every little problem. Yeah, and it's good. It's real stuff. It's constructive stuff. It's not crapping on about some opinion or whatever. Although I remember Captain Bob saying something about opinions that things were. I can't remember what it was, and I have no idea where to find the comment on it. But he said it's all made up of opinions or something these days. So Bob, if you can just sort of refresh I'm sure it was you, if you can refresh my memory on that and just leave a comment for me, so I can understand what it was. But I think this is what you were talking about. See, I don't know, because I haven't had much to do with Western women for 5 years. This one and the other one yesterday was about the most I've had to do with them. And she gets so upset, so pissed off that I don't have anything to do with Western women. And well, why would you? I mean, seriously. I have no relationship with you to improve. Well, why would you? I mean, we're just talking on a chat site, but there is a relationship there. It's like I have a relationship with all the guys here. We have a relationship. We chat. Hi, that's a relationship, a friendship, if you like, or some sort of a relationship. Yeah, and we like to look after it, maintain it, and that requires a bit of empathy, a bit of support for one another, and that sort of thing. That's the sort of thing that humans used to do. But don't complain when guys just say, no, we've got no interest in you. Because that's what's going to happen if you have that sort of attitude, I'm afraid. And the one yesterday was it was a shocker. It was just, it's all coming from narcissism. Okay. It's shocking. It's appalling human behaviour. The truth be known. I mean, go ahead and do it if you want to, but please don't be upset when people say we don't want to know you, and we'd rather not know you, because I don't really want to know you either. You know what I mean? I like people who, particularly when if I go to some effort, they respond by trying to keep the relationship good. If I suggest, now look, I'm being very polite here. Was for days. This is really not working for me. And can you just take a 3-minute look at my web page? Not even that long, to see what I'm driving at. Because essentially, had she done that, she would have realised I've got all this, and this is what happens in life. You've got all this stuff going on in your head. You're thinking about something, and somebody will come along and start talking about something that's of absolutely no interest to you. And they'll demand your attention. And that's where the draining is, and because it drains. you've got this internal fight. You know, you're trying to sort something out, and somebody's wanting your attention about something that you have no interest in. It's very draining. That's what I said to her. It's extremely draining. You know, you're just sapping my energy. I said, you know, this is what guys complain about. Okay, and this is what's happening. You're not actually linking with them, not finding out something about them, you know, that so you can understand where they're coming from, and in which case they would reciprocate and find out something about you. You know, you're ignoring all of that, and you're just going blah blah blah. And this is what they say. It's brain draining or brain numbing. It's absolutely nothing to do with your, you know, with the guy's situation, what he's in, what's happening, anything. Nothing. No. It's just, you know, some opinion, you know, that you think is, I don't know. I don't even get on your wavelength. I don't want to be on your wavelength. You know, if that's how the world works, and it's just what adults do is sit, you know, and venture different opinions. I'm not interested. Because I like to do stuff, and I like to do stuff with people and work with people and share it with them and swap, you know, and that's how I live, and that's how I want to live. I don't want to live like that, you know, where I have that sort of view that I don't have an opinion. I don't have, yeah, you're not somebody in my actual life. Sorry, sweetheart, I'm not interested. Anyway, been good talking to you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.